Hi everyone, my name is John Caleb Ball and this is my formative presentation for Communications 101. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to disassemble and clean a Colt 1911 pistol. What you're going to need is some cleaning fluid, either WD-40 or rim oil. Then you're going to need some Q-tips and then some cleaning brushes and a brush rod. First step you're going to do in disassembly is you're going to make sure that the barrel's empty. You're going to turn on safety. There's a little button right here. You're just going to push it in, turn the lid 45 degrees to the left, and then you're going to push it back 45 or 90 degrees to the right. It's very important you don't lose either of those pieces. Then you're going to undo the safety and push the slide about halfway back and press the little button on the other side, which will release the slide rod, which keeps the barrel or keeps the slide from flying forward when you're shooting. Then you're going to take the buffer rod or buffer spring, which basically does the same thing but to keep the barrel in place. And you're simply just going to slide out the barrel. It's really easy to disassemble a 1911. There's not a whole lot of pieces you got to do. And you're going to, the first step in cleaning is basically just spray on the inside and out of the barrel. Then you're just going to wipe it down to get all that grit and grime and gunshot residue off of it. And then you're just going to do the same thing on the inside, except you're just going to use this little rod and just go up and down once or twice. You can do it more if your barrel is really dirty. That's all you have to really do for your barrel. Next thing you want to do is you want to take your slide and then spray some WD-40 on the inside of it. This is where your firing pin and firing pin spring are housed. And you just want to use some Q-tips and just kind of clean all of this out because it gets really dirty back here when you're shooting. And so you just need to keep this really clean if you want your gun to keep functioning at very high level. That's pretty much all you have to do for that. There's not a whole lot with the slide. Then you want to take your mainframe and spray some rim oil down it. Take your brush and just kind of clean out the trigger compartment. If you don't clean out the trigger compartment, the trigger becomes sticky and it's not very crisp when you're firing, which can hurt your accuracy and just the overall performance of the firearm. So you just brush up and down there a few times, and then you take some more rim oil, spray it on the barrel where the barrel sits, and just kind of take a paper towel and rub it up and down, trying just to reduce friction when you're shooting. Then you take a Q-tip and just kind of get back here where the barrel will generally, like the bottom of the barrel will sit. And then you just clean out all of this right here, these little pinholes and everything, just get everything out that you can. And then the last step is you just simply take your buffer rod, buffer spring, and you basically do the same thing that you do on your barrel. You just spray it on the inside and out, and you just clean it off, and then you get this some more Q-tips and just go on the inside where the guide rod would sit. And that's pretty much all you have to do for assembly, or for cleaning, Then for assembly, you just take a little metal piece, put it back on the barrel, and, excuse me for a second. Then you just slide it back into the barrel. It should slide fairly easily. Sit right there. You take your buffer spring, set it right there. And you take, there's two notches you just have to line up on each side. It's supposed to slide in really easily. Then you take your slide lock back to that same point where you did it from the last time. You just push it in like that. You always want to make sure your barrel is as far back as possible. It makes it a lot easier when you're assembling. Then you put your lid back on, turn it back to the left as far as possible, put your spring in, and there you go. You disassembled, cleaned, and reassembled your 1911. Thank you.